There are moments in life when everything feels ordinary, when the days blend together and silence feels safe. But then, suddenly, something shifts. Something unseen begins to stir. You start to feel a whisper deep inside your heart, almost like an alarm you didn't set going off in your spirit. That is not coincidence. That is not your imagination. That is God trying to get your attention. And this time, it's a warning you cannot afford to ignore. You might think, I'm fine. I'm doing okay. I pray when I can. I trust God. But deep down, there's a part of you that knows something feels off. You can sense a distance between who you are right now and who God has called you to be. You feel it when you scroll through your phone, when you lie awake at night, when you start to wonder if you've missed something important, something divine. Let me tell you this, God is speaking. And when He warns you, it is not to punish you, it's to protect you. This message today is not random. You didn't stumble here by chance. This is your moment to pause, to listen, to awaken your spirit before it's too late. Because when God sends a warning, it means He's about to move. Before we go any further, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Comment, I'm listening, God, right now. Because when you publicly declare that you are ready to hear from Him, something begins to shift in the atmosphere around you. It's an act of surrender. It's a way of saying, Lord, I'm ready for what you need to show me. Now listen carefully. The reason God warns us is because He loves us too deeply to let us destroy ourselves. He sees what we cannot. He knows the roads we're heading toward, the traps set by the enemy, the distractions that look harmless but are slowly stealing our peace, our joy, and our faith. Some of you have been ignoring His signs for too long, dreams that felt too vivid to dismiss, gut feelings you brushed off, delays that frustrated you but were actually divine protection. God has been speaking, but the noise of life has been drowning Him out. There's a quiet urgency in the spirit right now. Some of you are standing at a crossroads. One path looks easy, comfortable, familiar. The other looks uncertain, risky, and full of faith. God is saying, choose me even when it's hard. Because the easy path may give you comfort for a moment, but the faith path will give you destiny. You cannot ignore this warning because this decision will shape the next chapter of your life. Maybe you've been praying for clarity, asking God, show me what to do. But the truth is, He already has. He's been showing you through closed doors, through people leaving your life, through the unease that won't go away when you think about going back to what He already freed you from. That discomfort you feel is not punishment, it's guidance. God will disturb your peace when He's trying to protect your purpose. Faith, at its core, is obedience. It's not just believing that God can. It's trusting that what He says matters more than what you see. Sometimes faith feels like walking blindfolded, but that's where your spiritual eyes open. And the warning God is giving you right now is this: stop trying to understand everything before you obey. Because understanding comes after obedience, not before it. Think about your daily life. How often do we rush, plan, and push forward without asking God first? We chase opportunities that look good but aren't God. We get tired of waiting and start building things with our own strength. And then, when everything starts to fall apart, we cry out, God, why didn't you warn me? But He did. He whispered, wait. He said, don't move yet. He sent red flags through your spirit, but we ignored them because we didn't want to slow down. There is power in slowing down. In stillness, you hear Him. God's warning is never meant to scare you. It's meant to save you. When the Holy Spirit speaks, it's not always in thunder or fire. Sometimes it's a gentle nudge, a thought that won't go away, a conviction that lingers. That's God saying, my child, don't go that way. And maybe, right now, you're in a situation where you feel torn between what's easy and what's right, between pleasing people and obeying God. The world tells you to follow your heart, but God says, guard your heart. The world says to trust your instincts, but God says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This is His warning. The enemy will often disguise distraction as destiny. What feels good can destroy you if it's not from Him. But here's the beauty. God doesn't just warn. He redeems. Even if you've missed the signs before, even if you've gone down the wrong road, His mercy has no expiration date. The moment you turn back, He meets you there. The moment you say, God, I hear you now, He restores what was lost. Look at your life right now. What has God been trying to get your attention about? Maybe it's your relationships. He's been showing you that not everyone you love is meant to walk with you into your next season. Maybe it's your habits. He's been nudging you to let go of something that's quietly draining your spirit. Or maybe it's your purpose. He's been calling you to step out in faith. But fear has kept you standing still. God's warning often comes right before a breakthrough. The enemy knows what's coming, and he will try to distract you, discourage you, or detour you. That's why you've felt so much resistance lately. It's not random. It's a sign that something powerful is on the horizon. The pain you're feeling, the confusion you're facing, the silence you're enduring, it's all part of God's refining process. He's pruning you so you can bear more fruit. When God warns, He's not taking something from you. He's preparing something for you. Sometimes He'll remove people to make room for peace. Sometimes He'll delay your plans to align them with His perfect timing. You might not understand it now, but one day you'll look back and realize that what felt like rejection was actually redirection. Faith means trusting that even God's no is a form of love. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every painful goodbye, all carries a message. I see what you can't. I'm protecting what you still don't understand. That is the power of God's warning. It doesn't just tell you what to avoid. It leads you to what will bless you. Imagine for a moment if Noah had ignored God's warning. What if he thought the idea of a flood was too crazy? What if he delayed obedience by even one day? The ark would never have been built, and his destiny would have drowned with the rest of the world. God gave Noah time to prepare. Panic, not question, but prepare. The warning was grace disguised as urgency. The same is true for you. This message is your ark moment. God is saying, prepare your heart, your mind, your spirit. The storms of life may be gathering, but those who listen and obey will rise above them. You cannot afford to ignore this warning, because every instruction from God carries the seed of protection within it. There's something powerful about trust. Trust doesn't mean you always feel safe. It means you believe He's still good even when things don't make sense. It means surrendering the outcome and saying, God, I don't need to know the whole plan. I just need to know you're with me. Let's be honest. Trust is not easy when you're in pain. It's not easy when you've been waiting for years and nothing seems to change. But here's the truth, faith grows in the waiting room. That's where your spiritual muscles are built. God doesn't warn you to scare you into obedience. He calls you into awareness so you can walk in wisdom. You might not see the full picture, but He does. And His warning always carries a promise. He says in Isaiah 43:19, See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? That means the warning is not the end. It's the beginning of something new. So maybe this season feels uncomfortable. Maybe you've been losing friends, losing interest in old habits, losing the desire to do what once made you happy. That's not depression, it's divine detachment. God is pulling you out of what's beneath you so He can lift you into what's ahead of you. Be aware of the shifts. Be aware of the patterns. When doors close, don't chase them. When people walk away, let them. When plans fail, don't panic. Each of those things could be God's hand redirecting you to something greater. Awareness is the foundation of faith. You can't trust what you can't perceive. So ask yourself today, what has God been warning me about? Have I been ignoring His voice? Have I been rushing ahead when He said to wait? Have I been clinging to things He's trying to free me from? Because ignoring God's warning is not just dangerous, it's delaying your destiny. Yet even in that, His grace remains. God doesn't give up on you. He doesn't walk away. He keeps knocking until your heart opens again. He will use discomfort, disappointment, and delay to lead you back to His will, because He loves you too much to let you stay where you are. If you're listening to this, it's because God chose this exact moment to reach you. Not yesterday, not next week, now. And this warning is not to make you afraid, it's to wake you up. He's saying, my child, I have more for you. Don't let the noise of the world drown out my whisper. So today, make a choice. Choose faith over fear. Choose obedience over opinion. Choose awareness over ignorance. Because when you align your life with God's voice, everything changes. Peace replaces panic. Purpose replaces confusion. And blessings begin to flow again. Let this message be your turning point. Don't just hear it tacked on it. Go back to prayer. Go back to the Word. Go back to the place where you first felt His presence. He's still there, waiting. And as you do, remember this: every warning from God is wrapped in love. Every delay carries destiny, and every redirection leads to redemption. You cannot ignore this warning because it is the key to your next breakthrough. So pause, breathe, and listen. The power of God is moving in your life right now. And if you're ready to say, God, I hear you, I'm ready, then comment those words again, because today is the day everything begins to shift. Now go forward with faith, not fear. Because when God warns, He's not ending something. He's beginning something new. And this time, you will not miss it.